To be honest, I was lucky. I actually was working on radio and commentating the game with my old mate Ryan Tendescata. So, yeah, just the emotions throughout the day. There were so many ebbs and flows in this cricket game, which, as we all know, is the beauty of playing 50 over cricket. But look, I'll be honest, I sat there, I think, like a proud dad watching my kids running around for the first time. They performed so admirably. When the chips were down too, they were in all sorts of trouble. But at the end of the day, once again, we're talking about cricket in a good way and not about the big teams. It's about how a group of players who only have 8 turf wickets in the whole of the country and don't have the cash flow of everyone else have come out and upset probably one of the tournament favourites. The fact that they played in that Super League over 2.5 years, and we had some wonderful games of cricket against the best opposition in the world, which we'd never done before. And if you're continually playing against these guys, it's not such a big deal to suddenly have to go, oh, gee, we're playing South Africa in a World Cup. Well, we played them before. They played them earlier this year. We knocked them over at the World Cup, the T20, kicked them out last year. So there's so much confidence going into that side. The one thing I'll say, but when I left, I reckon this group were almost sick and tired of hearing, oh, geez, we competed well. They were hungry for success, and that means winning. And, that's what yesterday has done for this group, I reckon. You have to take these opportunities on a big stage with an incredible result to also get up and wave the flag for every associate country in the world because, we know they've reduced the World Cup to 10 teams. Is that a good thing? Well, maybe it needed the West Indies to miss out. For suddenly one of the big dogs to go, oh, well, this is a bit uncomfortable. And, the little guy getting up there and getting on a world stage. And I've heard reports that, we didn't want lopsided fixtures and all this at World Cups, which is absolute rubbish because I think the World Cup's got to be a showcase of our sport, not a showcase of our elitism. And, I know that our T20 World Cups are expanding and everyone's got, World Cup status now or international status. That still worries me because, T20 is a great game, but if every country is only playing T20, how are the kids going to learn? If you've got 6 or 7 in a T20 team, mate, you're not getting a good hit there. You literally need to whack a few balls, and look, that's exciting, but I'm not sure it's going to teach anyone. And I'm sure that around the world, people are talking about cricket now, and not about the big guys. It's about the little guy and how good the Dutch were. And then you take into account the Dutch. The next team that could have got in there was Scotland. It wasn't the West Indies or Ireland or anyone else. It was another associate. So that gap is always closing, but they just need more opportunity to play. The facts are that football and hockey are the 2 biggest sports, and then it's probably swimming. They're the main ones in the Netherlands. But every time, and that's why it's so important, we don't have cricket on TV in the Netherlands. That left when the BBC stopped doing cricket in England because obviously that was the only place you could see TV. So the Olympics is now on. In the Netherlands, you have to be a top 8 Olympic sport to get any funding at all. So suddenly, again, we don't know how many teams are going to the Olympics. It'll probably be 5 or 6 or hardly anything. But suddenly there's an avenue to start getting more money into the game and promote it from a ground level. So, you can't understand just how important yesterday was.